In this video, I will share with you 6 ways on how desperation can ruin your dating life and your relationship. Hello, my name is Greta Berishid. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And just before I will share with you those 6 ways how you can ruin your dating and relationship life by acting desperate, don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out are you behaving as a high value or a low value woman, which you will find in my video description box below. Also, recently I published my ebook called Devoted Relationships. I put all I've got into it, all my newest content. It's really good. I highly recommend you to get it. You will also find it in my video description box below. And if you like my hoodie, Cheese Goals and Not the Drama, you also can find it on my YouTube store, or the link to that is in the video description box below. So now, without further ado, the desperate behavior number 1 is, so this is kind of like a lot of insecure women behave very desperate when a guy pulls away, saying that when guys play many games and when a woman doesn't see him playing those games, she starts getting more and more insecure. So let's not just blame women for being insecure. Let's put some blame on men to constantly purposely making women feel insecure, that we reach their desperate point. The way I'm gonna describe to you ladies, no one should ever go this way. However, when you keep purposely making a person feel insecure, and the person doesn't have the guts, doesn't have the strength to leave a relationship, they can potentially make the most crucial mistakes in their life. And this happened to actually one of my friends a long time ago. The guy kept making her insecure. And anyway, years later, I think maybe 5 years later, after them dating, she eventually met his parents. And after meeting his parents, he pulled away from her and she didn't hear from him for about 3 or 4 days, which can kind of be somewhat natural. However, it can also be a game. And she got so insecure and so upset. She ended up going out and having a one-night stand with another guy and becoming pregnant. And now she has twins with that guy. So I'll leave you with that. Desperate behavior number 2 is women that reach an age where their time is ticking and they are in need to have children fast. I find it that nowadays, especially in London, it's becoming a big problem because I see men in their 40s or even later still saying we're not ready to have a family or we're not ready to have children, or men in their 30s saying when I'm 40 I will be ready to get married and have children. Well, for many women the year 40 to have children is already too late. And nowadays I see a lot of single ladies at 40 with no children because we were being careful with men we were dating in the past, not, in order not to get pregnant, in order not to put a baggage on her and the guy if you are not married. And now these women are 40 years old or just over 40 or in their late 30s, and we are quite desperate to have children. So when we date a guy, the guy starts to feel the pressure, he feels her desperation, And a lot of times she ends up pushing that guy away from her. It's really hard to advise these women because I totally understand the position we are in. Me personally, I'm a Christian and I have insane amount of faith in God, and God doesn't work by these type of rules. And there are a lot of famous stories in the Bible where women were barren or we were way too old to have children and it just happened. So I would say, whatever you do not pressure a guy, whether it's having faith, whether it's having a plan B, such as adopting a child, but do not push a man to have a baby if he is not ready. Long term, he might have resentment if it does happen towards you, or he'll just say, I'm not ready, and he'll just run away. In which case, actually, maybe it's not even that bad, because there are men that are quite desperate to have children too, and we are in their mid or late 40s as well. Number three, desperation is when women are desperate to get married. So we just want marriage desperately. We just want children. We just want a husband. We want a family. There is nothing wrong in wanting children and a family and a husband. However, it becomes wrong when you behave from the desperate side. Why does it become wrong? Because women that behave desperate, we lose their standards. We literally don't care who we are dating. We just put any guy that gives them a little bit of attention on a pedestal. We imagine the most beautiful things about them, and we just keep pursuing this fantasy with a guy. It's a big turnoff, ladies, especially when you don't even know a person. It's even insulting to a guy. He's like, wow, she's like so desperate to get married. She doesn't even know me and she is putting me on a pedestal. She's complimenting me. She's asking me, where is this going? She wants a relationship with me. She wants to marry me, but she doesn't even know me as a person. We literally just met 2 weeks ago or a few months ago. You're showing to a guy with this desperation that you are very naive, that he can't even trust you, because how can he trust you if you don't even know him? Trying to pursue the relationship to go very, very far. You don't even come across wise. So not only that it's a turn off from a side that you're behaving masculine, you're sweeping him off your feet and you're pressuring, but you're also coming across very silly and very naive and absolutely not a wife material. No man wants to marry a woman that's naive. Ladies, guys date naive women, so we take advantage of her. We don't marry naive women, we take advantage of them. If a guy wants to get married, he's gonna look for a wise wife who's gonna be a good example to his children growing up, who's not going to be dumb and act desperate. Number four that came across quite recently for my clients is girls start to behave a bit desperate when we feel a bit of coldness from the guy. So we start to feel insecure and automatically we assume the worst, that like bad things will happen and that he's dating others, or he lost interest or he lost attraction for her. And automatically, even while being in a relationship, the women start to go on the dates with other guys. Ladies, a guy can pull away from you for a couple days, and it's okay if you don't hear from him for a day or two. Especially if you're in a long-term relationship. You know, things happen, people get busy, sometimes something is on our mind, sometimes people just need space. Guys have pullaways, girls sometimes need space. So if you get so insanely insecure that you didn't hear from him for 2 days and now you start to run and date others, and when he comes back to you, he finds out about that, well, it just shows that he can't trust you. He can't trust you when he pulls away for a day or two, maybe even fishing with his guys for like a weekend, and you didn't hear from him for a couple of days. And now you're desperately like running on the dates. Once he finds out about that, the likability of him dumping you on a spot is very, very high, because it shows that you are insanely insecure and that you're not to be trusted. I have a really good video, ladies. Check it out, why men need to pull away. You can find it just by following the link right here. Number 5 is, again, when you start to feel insecure in a relationship, you think of the ways on how to get more attention. So a lot of women, what we do, we purposely make a guy jealous. And it's so easy for us to do that because, let's face it, we get male attention everywhere and anywhere. And if we wanted to have lots of guy friends to keep them as friends, especially the ones that we are not into but they into us, we could have them, right? So when you're dating a guy that you actually fancy or love, and he doesn't give you maybe quite a bit of attention like right now, and you feel insecure, it is a very tempting to be sneaky and make him jealous with your guy friend. And a lot of times these guy friends, yes, they will take you out and they will pay for everything, because he's now thinking that maybe he could snatch you from your current guy, right? However, ladies, if you behave this way, especially quite regularly, you're just showing to a guy that he can get better. He can get a better woman who's much more secure, who doesn't need to make him jealous on regular basis, and who's basically have better things to do in life than create drama situations. And yes, some guys will still fall for this, and we might give you a bit more attention for the time being because there is competition now. These guys are usually still quite insecure. However, a mature, high value man, he will see right through your game. He will see you as insecure, and it's gonna be a big, big put off to him towards you. Number 6, desperation, and I feel like it should have been number 1 because it is so popular. So when women want love and we want affection and attention and touch and just feel loved, a lot of girls, we have one night stands. You know, we look for love in lust. We look for love in one night stands. Ladies, none of the guys will ever make love to you if you are sleeping on a first date. He doesn't care about you. He cares about meeting his needs only with perhaps a pretty picture. That's all that it is. Looking for love in these situations is not only desperate and naive, but it can also be dangerous. Consequences for that usually are a lot of hurt feelings, disrespecting, devaluing your own body, losing value and respect towards yourself. And yes, maybe in the beginning you can like sweep these feelings under the carpet, right? But when 20 years down the line, you're gonna be going to therapist after therapist after therapist and after therapist, thinking what is wrong with me and where did I got these unresolved issues from. So basically, it's not worth it. Do not do it, and do not let society influence you otherwise, because it's dumb and it's stupid. And no, it does not make you look cool, and no, it does not give you any value. If anything, it completely crushes your whole self-esteem. So ladies, these were my 6 ways on where women behave desperate and we turn guys off in dating and relationships. If you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what did you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. I have an amazing package for sale which is called Greta's High Value Women Package. I have incredible models in there, how to be high value women behaviors, patterns, how to be a challenge for a man, games men play, and many other things. I highly recommend to get that package. Also, you can book me for one-on-one coaching, my sister Yeva, or our relationship experts Sandas and Jamie. We do last minute coaching also, where you can literally get a coach within 48 hours. So thank you, my ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, and kisses from UK. Mwah.